So, welcome to another Transforming Abundance Blocks session. Today, we'll be revealing the next most common abundance block that comes up for heart-centered business owners, conscious entrepreneurs, leaders, change makers, visionaries, purpose-led beings who really want to make a difference in the world. And there are some core abundance blocks that come up again and again when you are trying to take that action and move forward in your purpose-led business, heart-led life. So today we are going to reveal the next one, but so far let's look at what we've covered. We have looked at over giving, where you're giving out way more than you're receiving. So there's that imbalance between giving and receiving. And we also looked at hiding your truth, the fear of visibility. And we looked at the importance of really bringing your great gifts out into the world and releasing the fear that is keeping your great gifts and essence hiding from the world. And today we are going to be looking at the fear of judgment. The fear of judgment. So when you think about taking the next step, right, what you're here to do, what you're here to create, it could be welcoming the next level of your income, welcoming in the next level of that visibility, stepping out and really claiming what you're here to do and who you are here to become. What fears of judgment come up for you? What fears of judgment come up for you? It's really important to identify. So this is the fear of judgment or criticism from the outside world towards you. And yes, you will be carrying those judgments towards yourself as well. But this is the fear of, what are other people going to say? How am I going to be judged or criticized if I take this action, if I take this next step? And this can be absolutely paralyzing. I would say the fear of judgment has been one of my biggest abundance blocks. I was absolutely crippled by this fear. So when I was guided to start speaking about money manifestation, wealth consciousness, I cannot tell you the intensity of judgment that came up for me. I had limiting thoughts and beliefs that were saying things like, who does she think she is? She's a sellout, because I was deep in the spiritual healing community. She's going to sell out for money. She's a money whore. That was one of the really negative, critical thoughts that were coming up, that I would be judged and ridiculed, criticized for working with money when I was a healer in this spiritual, conscious community. So that was very, very paralyzing for me. And it was a big journey to move through those fears of judgment in order to come out and start teaching about, abundance, money manifestation. And particularly when I was writing my book, Money Manifestation Mastery, this was very, very strong, is this fear of judgment and criticism. So what is it for you? When you're thinking about taking that next step and you've got that knowing that you're here to create more, be more, become more, say yes to more, what is the fear of judgment that comes up for you? From my experience coaching many, many, many women over the years, it's often something along the lines of, who does she think she is? Or who do you think you are? You're too big for your boots. Do any of these sound familiar? So there is so much that can come up when you are wanting to, or guided to, or knowing that there is a next level for you to step into, in terms of that, those abundance blocks that come and squash and suppress you from being able to take action in the world. So yes, let's look at what are some of the costs, or what is the cost of this fear of judgment. it's really important to identify the impact of these abundance blocks, how they create in your life, because they do create. They don't create your desired results, they create the results that you don't want. But we need to look at them, identify them, so we can bring consciousness to the unconscious. So what are the impact, or what is the impact? What are the impacts of this fear of judgment? How does the fear of judgment create in your life, create in your business? So take a moment to think about that. What is the impact of the fear of judgment on you, on your business, on your finances, on your purpose, on your life? And you may want to take some time to really journal with that question, to meditate with that question, and to really expose it, because from my experience, it creates a huge impact. For me, it paralyzed me from being able to take action. It limits the way you show up, how authentic you're being. It affects your voice, how you're communicating, how you're writing, how you are presenting, how you're selling within your business. So it has a huge, huge impact. So let's identify it with love, with curiosity, not from a place of judgment or criticism, right? We're here to transform those patterns with curiosity, with awareness, so we can really identify how this abundance block is playing out in your life now. So we can understand the impact, because often these abundance blocks are running more unconsciously. We're not always consciously aware of how these abundance blocks are playing out. So we are bringing a light to this shadow. We want to do this shadow work, this deep, deep healing work, so that you can show up more powerfully and effectively in your life and your business on the sort of surface, if you will, right? So where this is the underground impact, right, that affects the results in your business and your life. And this is really, really important work. So beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in, just to receive exactly where you are now. We're putting a loving spotlight on this. We're here to transform and transcend some of these old fear-based patterns that have been keeping you limited and small and safe, right? And we're going to transform them into something far, far more effective. Beautiful. So what I'd like to do now is take you through an abundance activation, a guided meditation, a healing session to help transform this fear of judgment, so that this abundance block, right, we can transform the block so that we are using this energy to work for you rather than against you. For you rather than against you. Because these abundance blocks end up working against you and sabotaging what you're here to become, what you're here to create, what you're here to welcome in. And we want to get this energy flowing with you, through you, for you, right? Rather than being in combat or conflict or protection. So, and before we dive in, I just want to share with you that as I was journeying through my biggest fears, these fears of judgment, what's been so interesting, just to let you know, because I've been journeying through many abundance blocks continually, really for the last 20 years, is what's so interesting is often the fear is way, way greater than the reality. So yes, I have experienced some judgment and criticism, but very, very little compared to what the fear was telling me, right? The fear of judgment was so paralyzing and crippling, but once I took that action through it and started to show up, it really invalidated those fears and those beliefs, because for the most part, there was zero negative reaction, right? In fact, the opposite was true. I started to experience greater success in my business, welcoming in more clients, more money, more visibility, more recognition within what I was doing. And so actually the opposite is often true. We have these fears, but really, you know, the fear creates a mountain out of a molehill. And so, like I said, it's not that there hasn't been any judgment. Of course, there are sometimes, but really it's a very, very small piece of of the result. And actually the result is often extraordinary, welcoming in more of what you want by having the courage to take action through that fear. So I just want to reassure you. And the only way you can know that is by diving in and facing it and meeting it. Right. So we're going to dive in and go and do that inner activation and alignment to free you up so that you can show up more powerfully. So you can take that aligned action in your business and your life. And please remember to be patient with yourself. This is a process, this is a journey, and it takes time to overcome these abundance blocks. And some of them, they don't necessarily go away completely, but we just want to loosen the grip so it's not so paralyzing for you. Brilliant. Okay, let's dive in. Let's dive in. Super. Okay, get yourself nice and comfortable. And please make sure to have that pen and paper with you to write down any insights or awarenesses. Beautiful. So what I'd like you to begin with is to think about what you really want to create next, what you want to manifest, be it a certain amount of money, new clients, selling spaces in your program, for example. Maybe it's writing a book. And it could also be outside of business and finances. Maybe it's around home, or it's around health, or it's around relationship and love. So what is it that you really want to focus on manifesting and creating? What's that next thing? And get really specific. I would like you to get really specific on what it is that you really are feeling guided to step into, or what you really want to welcome in. So we can start with that as the focus point. So let's breathe that in and welcome that in. Particularly around, the fear of judgment. So that action that's triggering off that judgment fear. What will other people think? How will other people react? Right? What will be the response of family, of friends, of current clients, of the world? Right? What would be the reaction? So let's just welcome and breathe in that your intention. I'm going to ask for the fear of judgment to be exposed. So what fear of judgment, or what judgment is stopping you or blocking you from welcoming in your intention, from welcoming in that next level? So what is the judgment that is stopping you or blocking you from welcoming in that next level? So let's just breathe with that. It's judgment, it's criticism. What is that judgment or criticism? So let's expose it. Let's bring it to the surface. Let's meet it. Let's look at it. And it's often a very kind of contracted, hard, can feel quite threatening sometimes. So let's just welcome it here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing us, right? We're going to open and to receive this fear of judgment. So thank you. Thank you. And you may or may not be consciously aware. And so if you're not consciously aware of your judgment fears, fears of criticism, it's absolutely fine. This process will still work for you as well. But it's nice if we can expose it, bring consciousness to the unconscious. So what is the judgment? What is the criticism that comes up when you welcome in your intention, when you go to welcome in to create that aspect in your life, or your business, your bank account that you truly desire? And I find what's super fascinating is it might be from the world, but it can often be those that are closest to you, friends and family. So it's always interesting. Let's just welcome what is here for you today. So thank you. So I want to welcome this fear of judgment, this criticism that is here, and that might potentially be very real for you as well. And it's an old pattern, it's an old program, and we're here to transform it, to transcend it, to evolve through it. So let's get ready to dive in. So this is where we want to call on some courage. We're going to go and meet this great abundance block. And so I'd like you to, you can see, feel, imagine, know this judgment or criticism in front of you. You might feel it within your body, so either way it's fine. For this session, I'm imagining that this judgment, this criticism is meeting in front of you. It can be like a person in front of you, or it can be like a block of energy in front of you, maybe like a big wall in front of you, if you will. And so what happens, our natural response is to contract against that judgment or criticism. So it can trigger that fight, flight, or freeze. So just witness in yourself, when you come up against that judgment or criticism, what is your knee-jerk reaction? What's that reaction that happens, that default reaction that happens through your body, through your nervous system, through your energy system? Do you go into fight? Do you go into flight? Do you go into freeze? So let's just witness and observe what happens in your body. So we just want to first start with being the witness, being the observer. So you're facing this judgment, this criticism, and you stepping in, claiming the next level, right, of your desires, what you want, what's body aligned, heart aligned, soul aligned, business aligned. And you're welcoming it in, then you hit up against this wall, this judgment, this criticism. How does your body first react? So let's just breathe into that. We're just staying with the discomfort here. We're staying with the discomfort, being courageous deep divers. Thank you. Thank you. So I'd like you to just sit and breathe and meet this wall of judgment, this energy of criticism. And we witness and honor and acknowledge what that triggers within your body, what that triggers within you. But what we're going to do, we are meeting this judgment, and we are going to receive this judgment, and we are going to transform this judgment. And this is where we're bringing in a beautiful, healing, transformational energy for your own liberation and freedom, and also for the great impact that you're here to make. If you shrink and contract against this judgment and criticism, it limits your impact, it limits your potential, it limits everything. So we're here to transform this, and it looks and feels as if it's coming from the outside in, but actually it starts also from the inside out. So we project outwards, it's this perception or this idea that it's coming from outside, and it very well may, but we're going to do the inner transformation for outer change. So we're going to start breathing with this judgment and this criticism. And as you stay present with it, and as you breathe with it, and as you relax with the judgment and criticism, something really powerful starts to happen. So in time, it may or may not be available for you right away. But in time, what we're going to do is start breathing and receiving that judgment, that criticism into your body. We're going to receive that wall, that stuck energy, that block of energy, and start to receive it into your body. And I promise it won't get stuck there. We're going to receive it. Receiving is not just about receiving the good stuff. It's about receiving the difficult stuff as well, welcoming it in. I'd like you to breathe and receive and take it in, to feel it and perceive it. In time, what you may notice is that this wall of judgment and criticism is carrying a lot of pain, hurt, harm. And the judgment and the criticism really is acting like a wall of protection. There's a lot of fear behind it. So what we want to do is start welcoming and receiving that pain, that fear. Just receiving it with love through your body. And we're not here to shift or change or transform anyone else. We're here to shift and change and transform you. Your reaction to this judgment and criticism. Your nervous system. So that you can evolve and grow beyond beyond this old pattern, old wounded pattern of protection. Its intentions are often good, but it's not serving you. It's not serving your purpose. So let's breathe to receive. Let's breathe to receive. We take it in. So there's no more fighting. There's no more hiding from. There's no more running away. And there's no more freezing as you start to receive and welcome it in. And breathe through the discomfort. Breathe through the discomfort. So welcome and receive. Welcome and receive. And in time, we're going to be transforming this old wounded energy of fear and scarcity and pain. And we will be transforming it into something beautiful, but we need to give it a bit of time. We'll do our best within this session, but please just keep breathing and receiving and staying present with the sensations in your body, what's happening through you and for you. And often there's very old, very ancient patterns here that can be generations old. So we're doing very deep transformational work, healing work, ancestral healing work. So know that it may not all happen in one session. We're here to receive. We're here to receive so that you can move forward. Start building. Start creating your legacy, right? That is evolving from the past and stepping into a much brighter, more empowered future. We start now, breathing into this moment. Welcoming to receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to start taking that judgment and you're going to start to claim it, welcome it, and become it. So rather than fighting, running away from, we're going to take it and integrate it and become it. Who does she think she is? Well, this is who you are. So let's really become that version of you and claim it and own it. Welcome it as your superpower, one of your superpowers, your great essence, your great energy, your great contribution, your great gifts for yourself, for your experience of life, for your business, for your bank account, for this beautiful body, and then beyond, sending those ripples of transformation through you, through the vehicle of your body, your business, your bank account, out into the world around you, for all those that you are here to inspire, that you impact directly through your business, but also indirectly through your state of being, just how you are, how you're being, how you're showing up. So let's breathe that in now. So we're going to claim, become, welcome in that judgment as the most beautiful gift that you have for this world, that you have for yourself, first and foremost. Let's welcome it in, become it, claim it, step into it. Breathe it in, we welcome it in. Daring to claim that part of yourself that others do not. Dare to become that version of yourself that others do not. Dare to evolve beyond your family, right? Beyond those old relationships and connections, and stepping into a more abundant, more embodied, more alive version of you now. Let's welcome it in. We're expanding in through your cells, through your body, and letting those ripples of transformation move beyond your body, in through your business, in through your bank account. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'd love you to feel in, what is this energy? What is this essence? What is this great gift within? What is it? What is it here to do? What is it here to create? What is it here to become? Let's tune in and listen. There's something so, so beautiful here for you. There is something so, so beautiful here for you and here for this world. Breathe and receive. Breathe and receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. So, when you are in the face of judgment, criticism, the fear of judgment and criticism, it's actually a signpost towards your great gifts, your great contribution, the next level of yourself. And this is where we take this beautiful shadow work, these working with abundance blocks, and use it to transform. It's alchemy, taking something that's been in the shadow and bringing it into the light, taking something that's been buried deep within and bringing it to the surface. It's like mining for gold, and you are the gold. We're diving deep to uncover that beautiful gold, the gem within. So we give great thanks to the judgment and criticism, to this beautiful abundance block, as an opportunity to wake up, to expand, to evolve into your next level. So let's take a deep breath in. Allow this all to land, to integrate, welcoming this next level of you through your body, through every cell in your body, expanding beyond into your energy field all around you, all around you. And this gets transformed in through your business. You want to take this energy in through your business, and from your business in through your bank account, expanding your energy in through the different levels, your body, your business, your bank account, expanding, expanding, and welcoming this new level, this new vibrational frequency into your life, claiming it now, becoming it now, embodying it now. Breathe in. Release and let go with the exhale. Claiming it now. Choosing, deciding to become this aspect of yourself now. Breathe in. And release and let go with the exhale. Beautiful. Welcome. And from this beautiful alignment, I'd love you to tune in and ask for guidance. What aligned action are you being guided into at this time? What aligned action are you being guided into at this time with this new space, this new freedom, this liberation from the fear of judgment and criticism? What aligned action are you being guided into now with this space, from this space within? Let's tune in and listen. Give you a moment to feel into that, to write down any insights, any guidance that comes through for you today. Bringing in gratitude, thanking yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Beautiful. And giving yourself all the time and space you need to process anything that came through from today's session. Beautiful work, but great, courageous work. Thank you. And I look forward to being with you next time to reveal the next most common abundance block that heart-led leaders, conscious entrepreneurs, change makers, and visionaries face when taking action in your purpose-led business and life. I look forward to being with you again next time.